Kia ora tawa school whānau. Hey, we wanted to touch base with our community to just provide some information about what our reporting through Seesaw is going to look like. So this little video is going to take you through the reporting, do some explanation around what the curriculum judgments look like, how that all works. And this will be all in preparation for our parent-teacher interviews, which will be happening on the 3rd and 4th of August. So if you don't mind taking a moment to watch this video, that would be really awesome. Hopefully it'll be able to explain everything to you. Once you've signed into Seesaw and have found your child's name, you'll be able to scroll through the number of posts that are there, which will have tags on them. Now with these tags, they'll talk about areas such as writing, reading, maths, PE, etc. But there will also be a new reporting tag. And with this reporting tag, it'll indicate that this is being used as part of the reporting process. This is an example of a writing post used for the purposes of reporting. And as you look through, you'll see that the teacher has listed some of the things that the child is able to do, as well as next learning steps. And throughout the piece, you'll see there is some annotation. This may be done by some teachers, it may be not, but there's also some specific feedback based on that actual piece of writing that will also help to inform you how your child is doing. As well as academic areas, we're also going to be reporting on the key competencies, which form a key part of the New Zealand curriculum. They are thinking, using language, symbols and text, managing self, relating to others, participating and contributing. And essentially, people use these competencies to live, learn, work and contribute to be active members of their communities. Now, these are more complex than skills, and they also draw from knowledge, attitudes and values in ways that lead us to action. Now, they're not separate or standalone, and they are a key to learning in every other learning area. From the example here, this is a piece of writing that has also been tagged as being part of the key competencies. You can see that the child here is working on managing self, which is all about the way that they learn. So they're persevering with the task, willing to go back and look at any errors, and responding well to feedback. So for this student, even though we have talked about it is a piece of writing, the focus here is on their ability to manage themselves. For those of you who are using the app as opposed to the website, Seesaw website, what you can do is that you can filter specifically for comments. So by clicking on the journal, clicking on your child's name and then their class, it'll take you into their journal. And then what you can do is that you can drag down, it's a little bit tricky, but you can drag down, and what this does, it takes you to a filtering option. And so you can click on filter, and then choose the folder that you're wanting, and obviously this is reporting, and then what it'll do, it'll list all of the items that are specifically to do with reporting. One of the big pieces of feedback that we received from our community with regards to reporting was knowing where their child was at and how they are actually doing. So what we're going to endeavour to do here is to explain how the curriculum levels work and what it looks like for our children. With the curriculum levels, it takes approximately 2 years to work through a level. So if your child is in year 1 or 2, they'll predominantly be at level 1. At year 3 and 4, they'll be working at level 2. At year 5 and 6, they'll be working at level 3. And year 7, 8, probably working close to or around level 4. When you look closely at the diagram, what it does show is that as you get to the outer edges of each level, they get a little bit faded. And that kind of acknowledges the fact that kids progress at different rates. And you may have a year 2 child who is doing particularly well in an area of the curriculum and is actually operating at a level above, or the beginning of a level above. And conversely, you can also have a student who, in this example, a year 5, who may be struggling a little bit with their learning and is still learning at level 2. But in saying all this, that they are still progressing through the levels. So here is an example of what a curriculum progress report will look like. The curriculum progress post essentially shows where your child is in the key areas of reading, writing, and maths. And these are areas of the curriculum that underpin all of the others. So this is an example of a Year 2 student. We can see that Year 2 students should be working at around level 1 of the curriculum. So if we move on, we'll be able to see that this child is reading within level 1 of the curriculum, which is where they are supposed to be. That they are writing at the start of the level, which may indicate that they're potentially struggling a little bit with writing and may require extra support. And then for the maths, you can see that the student is working towards level 2 of the curriculum, which means that they're actually working above around where a Year 2 student would usually be. In each of these areas of reading, writing, and maths, you'll see that they are a different colour, and this colour represents the effort that they're putting into it. So blue being excellent, green being satisfactory, orange being unsatisfactory. So hopefully that has helped to explain how our reporting through Seesaw is going to work and what it's going to look like. If you have any questions, feel free to talk to your child's teacher about that. We've got the parent-teacher interviews coming up in week 3. By the end of week 2, most of those posts will be made and be made available to families to have a look at. We really encourage, if you have questions, you can actually write it in underneath a particular post or underneath the curriculum diagram or something like that, and we can use that as a way of being able to answer questions when we come to that interview time. So please engage with it. We hope that it is useful. If you need support with getting onto Seesaw, please come in and let us know. We really want to be able to help. And make sure that you book your parent-teacher interview as well, and all the links for that are on the school website. Thanks for taking the time to watch this. Ka kite anō.